Blessings, here's Sukhavati. I come by to talk a bit about something really common during this journey of healing and awakening, which is this feeling of I want to run away. I was happier when I was unconscious. I was happier when I was not doing this healing. Why so hard now? I should be getting better. Why I'm getting worse? These are like typical things that happen in the healing journey. So I'm going to wait a few seconds for you to connect, and then I will jump into these common things that normally happen during the healing journey. Welcome. It's a long time I don't do a live because I'm a bit biased. My Spanish account is really big. I have like 83,000 followers, and here only 5,000. So it's true that I'm mostly in my other website, my other Instagram page. But yeah, today I felt the calling to share in English about these little things in the spiritual journey of healing and awakening. So we can connect deeper, you and me now. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Okay, if I stop, I can go so deep in meditation since the silence retreat. It feels really good to be just sitting in silence. Sometimes it feels really bad, a lot of thoughts and yeah, activity. And now in the night it's easier for sure to meditate and go quiet. It's good to follow the natural rhythms. They say the best time for meditation is during sunrise and sunset, and of course before going to sleep. Okay, how are you doing? If you have any question, please feel free to drop here any of your questions. The thing that dropped me here is this thing that happens in the healing journey. Many clients I have had, they came kind of complaining like, I was happier when I was kind of happy in my marriage. I have husband, children, house, and now, I'm divorced. I don't know who I am. I'm in this healing journey, but it's horrible. I'm sure I was happier before, and for me it's not, I don't think that. I think, but for example, when I go to therapy, right, and the kind of therapy I go, it's very into the body, into the emotions, into my childhood, and it's like so many times I want to quit, it's like I've been here before, I'm happy now, why I have to go there? I don't want to remember all these things, and but the truth is like, this is bullshit, we really need to go there, we really need to face our shadows, because we keep repeating the patterns, we keep repeating the father and the mother in our friends, in our relationships, we are always projecting, and it's not true like, oh, I was happier before, or I will be happier without therapy, or without going to my childhood issues, it's okay, I'm happy now. It's not true. Like we can go into this automatic mode Welcome, everyone. We can go into this automatic mode and keep living like animals, you know, and one life, second life, three life, four lifetimes, or you can do the work and really progress here and now in this lifetime. So also now the vibration of Earth is so high that it's really asking us to face our shadows and our bullshit, and we truly cannot procrastinate. So this idea that there's a back door and you can run away from your healing journey or from your awakening journey is bullshit. It's not true. It's just not true. You cannot run away. There's not a back door, I'm sorry to tell you. So you better keep walking, you know, because sometimes in this healing and awakening journey it gets bumpy and it gets like really rusty and like you get dirty and it's like, fuck, I thought I was healing, I thought I was now more conscious, and I'm again in this bullshit, I don't want to be here. But you know, that's the way that's the way forward. You know, it's not gonna be always roses. But the truth is that, for example, if I see myself, I don't know, 3-4 years ago and now, I feel so different. I am more free because I'm facing my shadows. I'm working on myself, so there's a space, new space inside me for new things. When we are covering up our bullshit, our shadows, not covering up, there's no space for something new. We are wasting so much energy in covering up, you know, trying to not to feel that. So because I don't like to feel sad, I'm going to do all of that and I'm going to entertain myself and then finding new friends and boyfriends and la 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 la, because I'm avoiding to feel this feeling that in my childhood it was really prominent. Yeah, so we can be like this and have one lifetime, 2 lifetimes, 3 lifetimes dancing and kissing and whatever, you know. Or I can face it now, you know, and really progress. And as I said before, once you started your healing and awakening journey, there's no way back, you know. There's not back door. There's something really beautiful I was reading in my, you know, my guru is Amma, the Haggin Saint, and she's always speaking also, and there are so many things she says. So she was talking about Sama, Sukha, Dukkha. That means to be content, either if you have a good day or a bad day, either if something is going really well or really bad. Is this equanimity, this balance, this being in the middle, and this feeling truly that contentment comes from your Atman, from your soul alone. Contentment doesn't come from an experience outside yourself, from family, friends, from, you know, that's all illusion. It's all illusion. The only true contentment comes from your soul, your Atman. So here from Scotland, hello. So yeah, that was really beautiful to see, and it's something that I'm experiencing more and more in my spiritual journey. This Sama, Sukha, Dukkha, you know. Even here, you know, when I don't know, like now my Spanish account is so big and so much love and blah, but it's like I feel equanimous. It's like it's all lila, you know, it's all illusion. I'm getting that attention because probably I had deficit of attention in my childhood, and somehow I'm manifesting now a lot of attention, right? So it's also seeing life, why life is manifesting this for you, what it wants to show you in a deeper level, right? And it's always finding this balance. I remember a shaman that he told me, Sukhavati, never allow yourself to be impressed by what you see, your visions, you know, don't get impressed, you know. And this is something similar, but in a more Guruji words. It's Sama, Sukha, Dukkha. It's like either it's a bad day or a good day, just be content, you know. The contentment comes from this Atma, from your soul alone. Don't try to blame the external forces or external peoples of your problems, of your situations and go to therapy, even spiritual people, we tend to, before I was avoiding therapy a lot, I would go to healers, shamans, gurus, but wow, going to therapy is just next level. it's like fuck. No, I don't want to feel, I don't want to go to my childhood, I don't want to go here, I don't want to go here, it's like, no, I don't want to put a chair in front of me and play this weird game that is gonna make me cry. I want to run away. And there are some days I sit in meditation, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to sit in meditation, it's a fucking nightmare in my head. And it's not my thoughts, maybe it's like how my mom thinks, or maybe it's how my dad thinks, it's not even my own thoughts. And realizing that is even more bullshit. It's like, fuck, I don't even have my own thoughts. It's my conditioning, right? So wow, it gets more and more intense the more we walk in this spiritual and awakening journey. It's not getting easier, but there's no way around. and then when you feel the how faster you can now move forward, that's also quite impressive, because you don't take things personally, because you are seeing, wow, this is coming from my conditioning, this is coming from my father, this is coming from my mother. Oh wow, yeah. Whew. I'm manifesting a lot of attention because I had deficit of attention, like what's up? Wow, it's like, whew. It's like seeing the wall as a witness, and not getting engaged into it. Wow, I think I have it here, a beautiful sentence. Let me see. Yeah, it was something I cannot find, but it was something about being like the wind. Being like the wind, so being everywhere, but at the same time being detached of everything. So this being the wind, it's like, that's how it feels more and more, it's true. We are more conscious of all the little things, so somehow the illusion gets blown away. It's like, wow, it's all illusion, it's all fantasy actually. It's like karma unfolding all the time, delusion. So, of course, we are in this healing and awakening journey. We are each time more conscious. It doesn't mean we enjoy less, It's just the way of enjoying is different. It gets less romantic, We tend to romanticize everything, and it's less romantic, It's karma unfolding all the time, and we can see the conditioning, we can see the ego bullshit, and the ego games, and it's like, wow, okay. So more and more we become the witness, and we are not entangled in this situation, It's like, wow, okay, and I'm not that, I'm not that, I'm not that. So who I am, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter really. What is important, I feel it's like less and less to self-identify ourselves with the body and the mind, and to start like somehow expanding in the consciousness. I love one teacher of mine the other day, he said, look, I don't have this dramatic view of the end of humanity, I don't think like, a meteorite or aliens are going to come and like abolish us or whatever. What I feel is like the more we get conscious and more conscious and more conscious, we realize that we are consciousness itself, and we don't need to reincarnate as a human anymore. That wanting or that need, it's fading away. It's like, because I'm consciousness, why I will reincarnate again in another woman body? It's like it doesn't make sense any longer. So in his vision, that's how he sees the end of humanity. It's like an upgrade, it's an evolution. It's like consciousness evolve and realizes we are not boxed in bodies, in physical bodies. We are more, so we don't have the need to come back as humans anymore. Wow, that was like, whew, it was really beautiful. Less dramatic, less apocalyptic than many people. So truly, we shouldn't have fear at all, you know, because we are consciousness, right? And these things before were like, what, we are consciousness? But I'm sure you that are watching have done some plant medicines, or you have had some meditation experience, and you had a glimpse of that, you know, a glimpse of consciousness, of being consciousness, of being an expanded being. So that thing that my teacher said, like, really rang a bell. It's like, wow, of course, yeah, of course, if we keep expanding, what's the point to be back in this limited physical body? It's not like this human experience is bad at all, you know, it's cool. The other day I was listening to Sadhguru, and he was saying that when he was building his big temple in India, he saw a lot of aliens coming. They were attracted to what he was doing. But he was saying, you know, we think they are special, but actually they also think we are special. That's why they are coming here to investigate us and yeah, that's true. You know, we are also really amazing beings, but we are more than that. You know, we are this self, the Atman, the consciousness. So it's good to tap into this grid that now this month, actually in January the 20th, Pluto is entering into Aquarius. So many people are talking that that's when we truly enter into the Aquarian age. So from this month, for other people, it was in 2021. But anyways, it was when there was a Saturn Jupiter conjunction in December in Aquarius. But okay, other people say we start this month. It doesn't matter. What it matters, it's like we are tapping more and more into this Aquarian energy, which is a lot about feeling the grid and dissolving into the grid. It's less about me and I and this ego, the Leo energy, and it's more about, wow, I am the grid. I'm held. The grid is holding me. Yeah, I'm supported. And I'm also dissolving into it, you know. So we are moving towards that, towards ego death. So the more we get attached to our ego and our stories, the more painful it's gonna be. And when I see, you know, my clients, the clients I was mentioned before, that they're like, I was happier before awakening, I was happier before being more conscious. You know, memory is a tricky thing. We make up many stories, right? And yeah, sometimes we get attached to stories, you know, and to energies. And when we allow the energy to flow more in and outside us, energy gets better. For me, you know, we are always being bombarded by a lot of information, from music to people talking, you reading, you watching, you know, it's like so much. So truly for me, at the moment, the most amazing medicine I find is silence and meditation, you know. And there's always resistance, you know, even I do it every day, you know, but there's resistance sometimes. But when I finally sit, and the first 10 minutes can be hard, but then once I go through this, the mental activity, the ego shit, I want to dance, I don't want to sit in meditation, I want this, no, I want that, and like, and finally I'm like, well, this is happening, Sukhavati, so you better face it. We are just sitting in meditation, no dancing, no nothing, you know. And then I allow myself to just be, you know, and suddenly silence comes, and it's so deep, this peace, you know, this contentment from the Atma, you know, from my own soul. Is like, wow, I have everything here, you know, peace. There's peace. Wow. And in this emptiness, then I can create truly, you know, because it's like you clean the page so you can truly draw and paint. But before, you're just paintings over paintings, you know, you're drawing over drawings. You cannot truly even see So that's why, for me now in this stage of healing and awakening, meditation is the most powerful tool. Yeah, and then I try all the time to listen bhajans. This is devotional music. Uh, Mostly my guru singing, so it's quite a monotopic. But I also listen other bhajans. I love the Hare Krishna also, and the Kali mantras, and trying to clean myself, because I notice even when I watch something, for example in Netflix, then the thing is, the story is like chasing me. It's like it's not helping me. Actually, it's not food for the soul. It's food for the mind, and I want this empty. I don't want more stories here. I want less stories. So yeah, I notice, well, the day is better if I do certain things, if I really sit in meditation, if I really breathe, if I really process my emotions. So it doesn't get easier to be more conscious. And there are so many degrees of being conscious, so many. Yeah, for each person the recipe is different, so you must find your own recipe, what works for you. But don't lie yourself. Don't say, yeah, that was good. No, it was not good, for sure. Was it good for your ego or for your soul? It's like yeah. But yeah, I find therapy hard. I want to run away all the time. It's just, oh my god. It's good to find also the right therapist for you. Like my therapist, he's so Kali, he's like no mercy. Yeah, it's also, it has been hard for the beginning. From the beginning I wanted to fucking fire him. And it's like, no, Sukhavati, this is good for your soul. It's bad for your ego, for sure. He's fucking killing your ego, but it's good for your soul. So don't fire him. Keep going. Yeah. Yeah, so it's to find the right people, and these people cannot be your friends. It's not nice that your friends are chopping your head, your ego all the time. You must find a professional to do that. It feels better and healthier, for sure. Yeah, and there are different ways. For example, I'm not a therapist, I'm a healer, and many of you have come to healing sessions with me. And for me, what I do is different. I help people from love, because probably they haven't experienced love, true love in their life. So when I channel my guru, when I channel the love of Amma, the Divine Mother, is like, wow, that love also heals, and it's needed. But then I feel you also need someone to chop your ego. So both things are needed: the unconditional love, for sure, and the ego chop. Oh. Oh, Stella. Yeah. So let's see where this goes. So far, I'm moving to the coast. I normally live in Ubud in Bali. But since I came from the silence retreat, I was in silence 1 month, meditating 15 hours per day. So it was, I die. And now coming back to the jungle, it feels like this, it's like too crowded, the energy, humidity is like too much energy. Here also a lot of people doing magic and weird things, and I feel a lot, and it's like my whole soul just wants to wake up and see the horizon, and see the ocean and the sun shining and Bob Marley in the background, and just bikini and beach like some. Of course I will keep working, but it's like, wow. After it was hardcore India. I go every year to India to spend time with my guru, and for 7 years I've been going, and I will keep going till the day I die. And yeah, it's like a commitment, and it's good. But this time was especially hard. I was 2 months there, and I got parasites, 2 types of parasites, bacteria, virus, And now I'm detoxing, and I'm like, yeah. Also, the silence retreat was hard, you know. It's intense. It's like dying, you know, and it's like in the moment, it's like the same than going to therapy, you know, to sit 1 month with yourself in silence. It's hardcore because you have to really face yourself and your bullshit and your ego and the stories, and it's like, okay, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 30 days, you know. It's like, it's like by the end, it's like horrible, you know, the crazy mind. 1 day before it finished, I swear, I thought I would go crazy. You know, it was like I was fainting. I thought I was going to die. Thought I had a heart attack. You know, and it's the mind going crazy. Actually, I went to the hospital and I was good. Then they realized I had parasites that were taking all my nourishment and nutrition. But you know, the mind can create so many stories, even these hypochondriac stories. And yeah, like after all of that and sitting so many hours, no music, no dancing, you know, no touching. Like here in Bali, we have such a culture of touching, you know, there's contact dance, there's so many things, you know, going on. And suddenly, no one touching me, no time for dancing, no music, you know, just my guru and meditation, you know. It was like so hard, like kind of traumatic, you know, because sometimes you feel so lonely, you know. It's like, wow, it's like lonely at the feet of God, you know. It's like, God, why you allow me to suffer so much, you know? I'm going crazy. This mind is crazy. And then since I heard so much my mind, I trust less and less my mind. So now I notice that during the days I can hear my mind more, and it's like more clear when it's something that is coming from my mind, and it's like, oh, this voice I heard during the silence retreat. Oh, no. It's like, okay, bye. I will do the opposite of what you're saying. So yeah, I mean, it's good to meditate and to listen to your thoughts. Maybe 1 month was a lot, but at the same time, even though I kind of hate it and loved it at the same time, I think I'm going to do it again this year. I will try to do again the 1 month silence in meditation, because I feel like I was here and now I'm like, woo. In the level of awareness that I have of my ego, my thoughts, and yeah, my day to day. And I also feel I have more space, you know. It's like I have more space inside me, and I have less fear, for sure, because you face all the fears during the silence retreat, you know, your fears of death, everything, you know. It's like, so suddenly there's more space, and somehow I can also listen more my soul instead of my ego. But yeah, this is constant, and then it's also like part of me when I'm there, I'm like, okay, I'll just live here, it's easier. I will live in the ashram. I will do just meditation and this, and just, you know, connect with God. But no, actually it's good to come back here and you know, to come back to the jungle and come back to this matrix and crazy process, you know, and try to integrate. But yeah, so important to have therapist. I really recommend it, and to have friends. To have lovers is also good. Yeah, like a really soul deep connections, meaningful connections, so important. Okay, I feel I've been talking a lot with you guys. Many people just joined. I was talking about the healing journey and how so many times we want to run away from it because it gets bumpy and painful and dirty and like ugly, you know. It's not aesthetic at all. But I don't think there's a way out. So we better face it. Okay, so I don't feel like talking much anymore, but now that we are here together, maybe we can meditate in silence a little bit, if you're up for it. Otherwise, just press off and go. Okay. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om. Thank you for meditating with me. When we meditate together, we can go really deep. Thank you. Namah Shivaya.